Hello and welcome to Reviews of Ryan, and today on the channel I'm going to be talking about the brand new adventure fantasy film called Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. This film was directed by David Yates, and he did the Harry Potter films 5 through 8, and then he also did the first two Fantastic Beasts films as well, and he also directed The Legend of Tarzan as well. And if you are new to this channel, I'd like to ask for you to subscribe to the channel, give a video a like, and comment below your thoughts on this brand new film, and also turn on the notification bell so you never miss any videos that I make. And now without further ado, let's jump into this review on this new adventure fantasy film. Albus Dumbledore assigns Newt and his allies with a mission related to the rising power of Grindelwald. The film stars Eddie Redmayne, Jude Law, Ezra Miller, Dan Fogler, and Mads Mikkelsen. So Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, I really wasn't that hyped about this movie. I saw the first film and thought it was kind of meh. The second film, I actually liked a lot better than the first film, and I really had low expectations going into this film. Obviously, I don't feel that these films can compete with the original 8 films of Harry Potter. They do kind of capture the magic here and there, but they just don't really have that charm like the first 8 films of Harry Potter. And I just feel like these films, they just are kind of a backseat to all the kind of magic that we kind of see within Harry Potter. I really did like the fact that we do get some of the older music that we heard in the original Harry Potter films. I also like the fact that we get to see the castle later on in the film. That was really cool to have those brief scenes as it just takes you back to Hogwarts. The problem with this film is it doesn't really have a main character. They don't really decide on what the main character is going to be in this, as they don't really focus on a main character in this. And then also the fact that Grindelwald was replaced by Mads Mikkelsen in this, and I really thought that he was not the best replacement for Johnny Depp. Obviously, there's issues with that going on with him and Amber Heard, of course, but I didn't really feel that he was the best for this role. It was an okay performance from him, but I didn't really feel throughout this film that he was this really good actor playing this role and replacing Johnny Depp. Obviously, that's a really tough thing to really replace an actor that really made that role really his own. Newt, played by Eddie Redmayne, I didn't think that he did a bad job. I think at times they don't really have a lot for him to do throughout this film, but he does have a funny scene involving crabs, and it has a little bit of thriller aspect to it there, a little bit of action, and I really did enjoy that scene. And then I also really enjoyed Dan Fogler in this. I think that he is a funny character, and I've seen him in other comedy films, so he is my favorite character. Some people don't really like the fact that he's a muggle and he's really tagging along for the story, but I have no problems with him in this film. I think he really adds charisma to the film. And then Jude Law as Albus Dumbledore, he is the best in this film. He is the most fleshed out character, as he should be, because this is his movie, Secrets of Dumbledore. And I really did enjoy kind of his past and kind of learning about where we're at in this film with him, and they do a really good job of really fleshing that story out. Ezra Miller as Credence in this, I didn't really absolutely love his character. He plays a little bit of role in this, but for the most part, I really didn't really care much for his character. I'm not really much of caring for him as an actor in general, so yeah, maybe there's a little bit of bias there. And then, of course, I do like the love interest with Queenie and Jacob. That was really something that I've really enjoyed throughout this series so far. And then I did mention Grindelwald, how I don't really like Mads Mikkelsen as Grindelwald. And yeah, that's kind of the crappy part about this movie. He's not the best character, although he's going to be sticking around, as I don't think Johnny Depp is going to be coming back in this role. And this film is set in the 30s, so it's building up to 1945, where they have this showdown fight with Grindelwald and Dumbledore. And I do have to say in this film that I did enjoy the different kind of fight scenes with their wands and the different spells that they have. And then, of course, the different creatures on screen. The creatures, they're really cute on screen. And I really did enjoy all that kind of magic throughout the film. And then, of course, the film has a lot of politics in it, which some people may not really enjoy. It is a little bit of bore in that aspect. And there is parts of the movie where it it slows down a little bit. The film isn't really a nonstop action film. I do have to say that if you didn't enjoy the first two films, I don't see that this film will really change your mind or really change your mind about this franchise in general. I really think that if you didn't enjoy those films, then you should probably skip this film. But if you were kind of okay with those films or you're on the fence and you do like Harry Potter in general, I think that you would really enjoy this film. It's not a film that is going to be winning any awards or going to be, getting a standing ovation, but it's a film that's passable and it has the Harry Potter aspects to it. And just going over a little bit more of my final thoughts on this film, I do think that some people, they will feel like these characters at times, they don't really have a lot to work with, which I do agree in some parts in this film. They don't really have a lot to work with, and it does feel like at certain points that they don't really have a big purpose or a big role to play. I do think at times this film does really have parts about it where you're just trying to figure out what is this film really about and where are we really going with the story and what are we developing to. I do feel like there are parts in this film where I did feel that way, but at the same time, I think, again, because my expectations are so low, I didn't really have a problem with this film. I was really relaxed and really enjoyed this film. Of course, there are nitpicky things we can talk about and things about this film where it's not really a perfect film, and of course, it's not going to line up to the original 8 Harry Potter films, but I enjoyed this enough. I gave the first film a 3 out of 5. I'm going to give this score of this film a 3.5 out of 5. I know the second one I gave a 4 out of 5. So I think that this is right in the middle, a little bit below the second film for me, and definitely a little bit higher than the first film for me. But thank you guys for watching this review, and I'll see you guys on my next one.